In my senior year, I began feeling a lot of discomfort in my lower back, as well as in my right arm.
The pain I had was lower back pain.
I had pain since I was 16 years old. It was in my legs. It was just unbearable.
I had a car accident about 2 years ago that left me with 2 herniated discs in my lower back.
I was having pain, sciatic pain initially in the buttock, and it would travel down my right leg into my thigh, to my calf, and occasionally to my foot.
Originally, I had pain in my back, my lower back, which increased daily.
Well, I was having excruciating pain for several years, maybe about 10 years.
I've had a numbness in my feet for 8 years.
Pain I was having was my lower back. I was slanted to one side, couldn't really straighten up, couldn't stand up. You know, I guess typical, couldn't put my shoes and socks on, couldn't bend over at all.
I had been having severe chronic back pain for the last 4 years.
Well, the pain that I was having, it was coming in my back, the lower part of my hip.
The pain was unbearable to the point where I wasn't able to sit in class comfortably. I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't relax. It was just completely consuming my everyday life.
It affected my everyday life. It caused me to walk with a severe limp. I couldn't do things like play simple games like basketball or anything with my son.
It was virtually impossible to get around. It hurt all the time. I mean, it hurt.
I wasn't able to, as it progressed, wasn't able to stand completely straight up.
I had trouble walking upstairs. I would have to put one foot on the step and then put the other foot on the same step rather than walking up normally.
Inability to sleep, rest well at night, discomfort walking, driving.
Figure your feet are numb for 8 years, and how that feels even walking every day, and in shoes, different shoes, you can't wear different shoes.
I couldn't stand for very long or carry the mail, lift packages. And everyday life was being affected because, I like to play golf, I play softball, I couldn't do any of that. Home life was getting tough. My wife's 8 months pregnant, so when something fell on the ground, she couldn't get it, I couldn't get it, so something had to be done.
I just wasn't able to work anymore.
I was in tears at the time. When I called him, I said, you have to do something because I'm in pain and I can't live like this.
She taught me stretches for my lower back, and I tried to utilize those at home, but they weren't exactly working.
I ended up going for the epidurals.
I have been to chiropractors all over North Carolina, South Carolina, and you would get temporary relief. The next day you were hurting again.
I was given treatments of acupuncture. I had manipulation therapy. I had epidural shots, trigger point injections, physical therapy. None of it mostly. If it cured it for a little while, it helped it. It came right back. Ultimately, it worsened as time went on.
Yeah, I had tried medication also, and I also had surgery, back surgery, which L4 and L5 disc was removed. I had a fusion and a metal implant put in. And that was fine for, several months, but several months after that, my back began to deteriorate again.
And he worked on me every month for a couple of years, and it didn't really do too much good.
They did nothing for me, actually. If I got any relief, it was only for just a few moments.
I tried all type of pain medicines to take it, to endure the pain. But it got so bad and to the point that wasn't even doing any good.
But the doctor, after going over my MRIs and my pain levels, had decided that this might be the best idea for me, considering I had 2 bulging discs in my lower back.
I decided to try IDD therapy because the chiropractor I had been seeing suggested, since the epidurals didn't work, the next option was back surgery. And I really wanted to avoid that at all costs because I know it's not the best thing in the world.
I decided to try IDD therapy because it was one of my last resorts. I was on my wit's end with everything. Many other doctors, many other treatments didn't work. And The only other alternative was surgery, which wasn't an alternative for me.
I didn't have anything else to lose. I had tried everything else.
At first it's very awkward because you're being strapped into this machine, but once you get in and you feel the pull of the machine, it's a very lifting and enlightening experience.
Basically, when you're on the machine, you don't really feel anything. I mean, you feel a slight pull, but it's actually relatively comfortable.
You just relax, and the machine does all the work, and you're home free. I mean,
It felt like a pulling of my lower back, like a stretching.
The therapy process was very relaxing, soothing, and stress-free.
You don't really feel much of anything while the process is going on.
It's painless. You don't feel anything. In fact, I usually fall asleep, in the 25 minutes that I'm on.
It's very relaxing from the very start. You go in and they hook you up to this table. It's soothing. They have music to go, to listen to while you're having your therapy.
Well, it was real nice, real comforting. They made me comfortable.
Quite honestly, I'm living now pain-free. I sleep at night and it's no problem. I can go bowling, I can go mini golfing.
The therapy's changed my life to the point where I'm actually capable of doing things I haven't been able to do for quite some time, such as play basketball with my son, just being able to get up and walk and move around normally like I did before my discs decided to go south on me.
And this therapy has helped me put everything back in my life the way it began.
I can get up, I can go, I can do whatever I was doing when I was a lot younger. I'm pain-free. It's wonderful.
The therapy has allowed me to get back to a point where I can walk normally, where I don't have pain. I can go up and down stairs. I have no pain in my back. I haven't had pain in my back for some time.
I'm able to walk, sit, stand, drive, basically do what I did before I had all the pain.
The IDD therapy worked great for me. Now, it's been over maybe about a year. I sleep better at night. I rest better, which my wife does also. I'm able to walk better. I have no pain driving, sitting.
I'm not stiff. I can bend easier. I can move easier.
It's brought me among the living again. I'm now able to take short trips.
Very happy person, and it just made me, the therapy has been, wonderful, I would say. Beyond my dream, that I would ever, my back would ever feel like this.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend this therapy to others, especially if they've been told by a doctor that they need to go through back surgery, because this is something that can definitely improve the condition that you're in without having to go through the pains and the recuperation time of back surgery.
I would recommend the IDD therapy to anyone and everyone that has back pain. It's a miracle.
I absolutely would recommend this therapy to others because this was my last resort to things, and I was a little hopeless and trying other alternatives, and this really hit its on the mark for me and has changed my life drastically. I have my life back.
And I know that there are a lot of people who continue to have back pain every day. I have recommended this therapy to a number of people.
In fact, I have recommended it to people I work with who have problems with their back.
Yes, again, I would say. I recommend it to everyone that I come in contact with daily basis, and I do talk to a lot of people because I'm kind of a social nut, and I talk to a lot of people, and they say, "Shirley, you're doing fine," or "Shirley, how you doing?" And I says, "Oh, I'm doing great." I said, "Look, let me tell you something." They'd be like, "I'm in pain, and my back is this." I said, "Hey, I think you better hook up with the bed, because that's the way to go."
I would recommend IDD therapy for anyone with back problems. I would certainly give it a try. there's nothing that you have to lose and everything to gain.
7 to 8 months now I have been totally back pain free. I have no excruciating pain. I can drive better. I sleep better at night. I'm able to walk better at greater distances without excruciating back pain. It has been great for me. The IDD therapy has been very wonderful, and I highly recommend it to anyone who has back pain, any type of back pain. I highly recommend it. Try it. It works.